Hey, it's Chuck Carstensen, Remax Results. I'm in the office making some calls today, and I've been thinking about this topic, which is what is a normal real estate market, and I want to explain it a little bit and then answer the question to that. So a normal market would be opposite to what we've seen pretty recently, meaning there's a seller's market or a buyer's market, or maybe a normal market where sellers and buyers kind of work, not necessarily so one-sided towards sellers or so low that buyers get anything you wanted. So obviously then if you've followed real estate for a long time, or even if you're new to it, what I'd like to explain, when the market fell off back in the late 2000s, the recession and all that, the market really started to slow down and really hit bottom, say around 2011 or 12. Like that was a buyer's market. Foreclosures were all over, short sales were all over. If somebody had a house that was maybe even a nice house and not a foreclosure, they might get more than the foreclosure homes, but really buyers are like, hey, I can go down the street and get this similar house for $50,000 less, so I'm going to lowball you and work the price down. And the sellers, if they wanted to sell, really had to pretty much do whatever the buyers thought. That would be a buyer's market. Then recently, and over the course of, say, the last couple of years, have you heard either myself, Michelle, or even somebody else in real estate talk about it, like a seller would list it, multiple offers would come in, the house gets bid up like 10, 20 grand, or even if it goes for the price, but multiple offers come in and buyers miss it and they're frustrated, and sellers kind of get what they want. That would be more of a seller's market. So it was a seller's market up in, say, 2005-06, and then it started to shift in 2007, and then it dropped off, and it wasn't a total steady drop off because there was some government money in, say, 2008 or 9 to prop the market up a little bit, but it was, for the most part, then a buyer's market. Then when it started to go up, it was more of a seller's market. So a normal market, like literally most agents probably don't remember what it is. If they've been in the market, in the business, long enough that they remember what a normal market is, they're probably really old and still forget stuff. I'm just kidding, because I know a lot of real estate agents. I try to make jokes sometimes. So obviously I'm young enough where I don't, my wife knows I forget stuff. But other than that, I'm still pretty sharp up here. Okay, so a normal real estate market, what I really believe it is, and what I believe we're now moving into, a normal real estate market is not normal. What I mean by not normal is you could have that property that, that's the price of the property, and it still gets multiple offers in your location, wherever that is. Now, if you're in a different location, because real estate is location, 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 you probably heard that before, you could have a price that looks great, your neighbors, or not even your neighbors, but somebody who had kind of a comparable home sold it for a decent price. All of a sudden you go on the market and buyers lowball you by $25,000, and you're like, what the hell's going on here? They're lowballing me. Well, that's going to happen in a normal market. A normal market, a buyer isn't just going to pay your price. They might try to make an offer that's lower. They might ask for a bunch of closing costs. They might ask for more repairs, and they can do that because it's a normal market, meaning what, say, old school people would say as normal is, hey, you list the price and then you offer lower. So normal market, you're going to get offers that are low. And if you don't like the offer, you don't have to take it, or you can negotiate it, or you can counter offer it, or maybe you have to go with it because maybe that's going to be the best offer. Sometimes your first offer in a normal market is actually your best offer. It might be $5,000 lower than you want, but then you wait 3 weeks and then the offer is $10,000 lower from somebody else. You're like, I should have took that one that was $5,000 lower. I'd be moved on. So normal market isn't normal. It's not going to be as easy to predict depending on the property, depending on the neighborhood, depending on the features. So that is the challenge with I like to have the TV in the background, just, maybe you want to watch the TV. That is going to be the challenge. A normal market's not normal. So that doesn't make any sense. You say, why is the normal market not normal? It's not, you don't know if you're the seller who's going to get your way or you're the buyer. It's going to depend on the property. I've done videos recently or before, like, the property is needing to be in tip-top shape if you want to be more of a seller's market, because if you need a lot of work in your house, boom, it becomes buyers are going to kick you in the midsection. So location obviously is big, property conditions big. In a normal market, your condition of your property is going to make a big difference. It's going to be up to you or somebody you know, a contractor, to get it into the selling shape you want. Or you're not going to be in the seller's market, you're going to be more towards the buyer's end. And that's a normal market. So it's not normal other than if you know your location isn't ideal, you're probably going to be leaning towards the buyers getting their way. If you know your condition of your property is not that super great and you're not willing to fix it, you're going to be leaning toward the buyer gets their way. If you got a pristine property at the right price, in the right location, in the right neighborhood, you as the seller is going to have your way. So that's a normal market, and it's not going to be normal because unless it's going to be different depending on the property, the location, and what you've done to it, and when you put it on the market, and those finishes, and who you're working with. And real estate is going to make more of a difference than it has recently, and really probably has in a lot. So it's important to choose all those things and be aware of it. So this is really giving you information. Comments are welcome below. You can share it. We'll put this on YouTube. We'll probably put some notes below it so you can skip forward if you share it with somebody. So thanks again, Chuck Carstensen, RE/MAX Results. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.